All right. Hit your clap.
This nigga he licked his fingers and then hit his. Oh, okay. You can stop. You can stop.
Mighty
Please.
light skin. Mighty light skin.
Please stop.
Yeah. All right. It's gonna be one of them pods. Once again, it's on. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Illegal Opinions Podcast, the last place for real talk. Listen with an open mind and leave mad. The choice is yours. I am your comedian and host, Sam Ridley.
Sam, you get on my last
At a work-ass comedian. They done shut all our shit down. Damn virus.
Unemployed comedian.
Here with my man, 100 Grand Marcus Palmer in the building. What's good, man?
Yeah, I'm good. This thing said, I am your comedian. Like, there's only one funny nigga around the world.
No, I was talking to my one fan.
Your mom's like, that's my baby.
You know what I'm
right
saying?
there.
They're like, that's my baby. Love you
That's
too,
my
mom.
boy.
My mama said I cuss too much on this, so she don't listen to it. I'm like,
Oh Lord.
I love you too, mom. Shit.
Great.
And today we got a guest on. You know what I'm saying? My man from the Bacchanal Podcast, Akil.
How you?
You
How's
just
everybody
Yo.
doing?
are you like
repping Canada?
repping Canada?
Canada.
Weapon Canada. I got my Blue Jay hat on.
I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what
You
that
didn't?
was.
You know what's? I'm gonna tell you what. This is meant to be. I'm gonna tell you how this is meant to be. Right?
Yes.
I was gonna wear this hat, but didn't. And so we haven't spoken. Right?
Right.
We haven't spoken until just now. Not
Right.
even in like pre-production. I'm gonna show you something right now. No shit.
I'm scared.
I was gonna wear
I love Drake.
Toronto Blue Jays
Ah.
hat. I
Wow.
changed my mind.
See? Yeah.
And then I swear to God, on my son and everything, I was gonna put this hat on, but I changed my mind.
And see, if you had wore it, y'all was gonna have to spill something on each other, like some russets in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna spill some red wine on you.
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody came with like a nerd swag today. I see. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
got Star Lord.
You know what I'm saying? You got the
T-shirt.
person that fucked up the plan in Infinity War.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You got dad
everything.
issues.
Fuck them dad issues. Everybody should have beat his ass right after that.
Yeah.
He got kicked in the dick the next movie.
Over abroad.
Yeah, still.
Where's my girlfriend?
Yeah, so
Where's my
Hey,
she?
that green pussy hit different. We don't know. We haven't explored the outside of Earth yet.
what
That
the,
green
I'm gonna tell
shit
you
different.
what.
the orange pussy must not be
Some green
good.
Pussy.
He forgot that bitch name, remember? He's like, I forgot you was here.
You
Damn.
still on this shit, motherfucker? I'm not hitting no green pussy. It's like I'm cool with the rotten.
Yeah, you would.
You not kicking
so
Gamora
if
out of
Beyonce
bed.
jumped in green paint, get out my room because you're green.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm kicking it. Any bitch that pulls a knife on me can get out of my house.
So no Puerto Ricans.
Okay. All right, we're gonna just go ahead and end this.
Oh man. All right. So anyway,
Thank you guys for coming out.
I know, right?
Hey,
Hey man. So yeah, we got a kill up there. You just go by a kill on your show as well.
yeah, let's go by Q.
Okay, yeah,
All right, straight.
he hosts a great podcast over there, more centered around nerd culture, Blerds
Yes.
as they call it. Even though I know a lot of people hate that term, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like when I think of a Blerd, I think of
Blerd is a black nerd for y'all that don't
black
know.
nerd. Yeah, I
Black
think
nerd.
of like the corniest niggas, like a girl like brushes against their leg and they're and they jizz in their pants. Like that's what I think when I hear the word Blerd, the corniest of corny. Like I want to be a person who is black that enjoys nerd culture.
So you consider yourself like a cool nerd.
I guess I'm like the closet nerd, like the football player that watched Dragon Ball Z and anime.
They make those?
Right. I mean, I think that was most of us, and I think there's a stigma to it because of Revenge of the Nerds, right? The movie was all white dudes and one black dude who people was. I think he's actually like gay, right? So you had to be a gay black dude to be a nerd.
Yeah.
But the stick, like I didn't know this. I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to be a Dragon Ball Z anime fanatic, Akira, all that shit, right? I didn't know other black people were into that outside of like the 2 or 3 that I knew around my neighborhood until I went to college. And there was a time where people would get out of school, go to their rooms, but there was a time where we would go to lunch, and it was like a fucking mass release of just niggas in the grass walking towards the shower or the cafeteria.
Niggas in the grass.
Well,
Yeah,
the field, niggas in the field.
Niggas in the field, right? So one day we were kind of like walking towards the cafeteria, and I was like, "Yo, why do y'all always come out at like 4:30?" And my man was like, "Why you come out here at 4:30? What you be doing?" I said, "Well,
Tsunami. That Tsunami shit, wasn't it?
I was like, "Yo, I'm watching Dragon Ball Z at 4 p.m."
Oh,
and when 4:30 come, and everybody had the same sentiment. Like everybody was like, "Yeah, we watching Dragon Ball Z right after school. Run to the room, watch, the Dragon Ball Z Vegeta fight that never ends."
Then they come out and talk about it? Is that why everybody...
Well, nobody talks about it because everybody's doing something different, and they feel like it's a nerdy thing to do. They feel like for you to watch anime, it's for you to watch like Japanese cartoons.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool, like
at all.
So for all of us, I think when we see people now that's gravitating towards an MCU and all of that, it's cool that we get it now. But when we was on it before it was popular, and they was like, you nerd, you know what I'm saying? Now
you used to get your ass beat just for enjoying that.
Now we the cool kids. It's weird.
Yep.
It's weird. What is Bacchanal, man?
Was Bacchanal? Bacchanal's like I'm Trinidadian first, Canadian second.
Yeah, it sounded like some seasoning, but I couldn't find it when I went down the aisle. I was like, I'm trying to have some Bacchanal steak, nigga. That sounds good.
Bacchanal is like if something is going on, it's like a drunken occasion. Like if you're walking down the street and you see some people partying and dancing, you're like, oh, some Bacchanal going down these streets.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what Bacchanal is. It's like something's going on. Like if you hear your neighbors arguing upstairs, you're like, oh, some Bacchanal upstairs. So
right.
Is.
It's wild.
Right, so give us some background on your podcast, because this is a podcast. So let's podcast. What you guys get into?
So Bacchanal Podcast. It's me. I'm hosted out of North Carolina, and my co Casey, that's my cousin, it's out of Toronto, and we give like our spin on things on nerd culture. I come from a tech background. I got my bachelor's at YCJSTFU, my master's at A&T. So I'm all about tech, computers, and Casey, he has a background in music. He was a DJ out in the Toronto music scene for years, from the 90s to the 2000s. So he's been out there, and his brother is a music producer. And he's all about the Toronto music scene.
OVO.
So we both have our thing that we can. I give the video games and the comics, and then he'll jump in with like the music talk. So
okay, bet. And it's your like cousin. Like black.
That's my cousin.
Black people say everybody their cousin. So you gotta ask when they be like, "Oh that's family."
Cousin, god brother.
Okay, so he's your cousin and he's in Canada.
He's Drake, then. Yeah.
He's your cousin and he's in Canada and you're in North Carolina. So did he run and you got caught? Like what happened?
Nah, funny story.
It sounds like it.
My parents, they left Canada. I was in like Toronto's like the black area. That's the urban black area, cultural. Now, Ottawa, that's the opposite of that. It's multicultural, but it's very Caucasian. It's not really that friendly to
multi-Caucasian.
It's not multicultural.
That ain't multicultural at all.
It's multicultural, but it has some deep-rooted racism.
Marcus, he said it's multicultural, but it's so white.
So white. Nah. Y'all got me. Y'all got me nervous.
Got you lying.
No, it has like a multicultural dynamic, but it's not as welcoming as Toronto.
Brother lied in the first 10 minutes.
Because in Toronto they have events like Caravana, which is like a West Indian Day festival. They don't have things like that in Ottawa. Ottawa's very conservative because it's the capital city. That's where Dustin and all the big boys live. So they don't really get down like that. They don't have a crackhead mayor like Toronto. They had Rob Ford, who was doing crack, and he was the mayor, and he was the best mayor of Toronto, and the crackhead.
That sounds like DC.
Trump, who doesn't do any drugs, and he could barely run the country. We had a whole crackhead.
Hold on, we don't have Trump, so like you need to.
America voted.
I need
him?
you to calm down, like right now, like about
We
that.
have we have a
Secret Service, come get this nigga. He ain't.
Canada had a whole crackhead.
He got a brother that made it to Canada.
DC. Marion Barry ran DC.
Yeah.
For however many years on crack and with bitches. Okay.
I respect that.
So you know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, put some respect on us. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on at least DC for having a black dude that was on crack and was getting busy.
I respect that. He got his job done, didn't he?
Got his job done, and then he got fired.
And then
Rockford died. His heart just gave out. It was just like, nigga, it's
time.
Time out.
It's
time out.
Oh man.
It's a wrap.
So we always
time.
Man, we
some
always
assholes,
open
man.
up the pods talking about like what happened throughout the week. And I know when this one comes out, 4th of July is gonna be looming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people shouldn't be doing the fireworks and outside and all of that. I know Governor Newsom out here, he been shutting all that shit down. Like they didn't close California again because people didn't want to wear a mask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marcus has been flying. I've been out and about just a little bit, but not a lot. What's going on down there? Because you in the South. So with everything happening with the racial injustice plus COVID, like what's that like down there right now?
We're dealing with the removal of a statue right now.
Oh
The
shit.
area where I live in is Graham, North Carolina. Deep-rooted slavery and racism. Graham's so fucked up and haunted that every night there's like a thick cloud of fog that just covers the city.
Nah, you gotta move, bro.
That's some ghost shit. That's some
You in
13
Alabama.
ghosts. You in
He's in
Alabama?
North Carolina.
I know that's still just as bad.
No, we don't. No, we don't do haunted shit. Nah.
Y'all got that?
If that building's haunted, you gotta burn that bitch down. Nobody's living. No, we're not doing haunted.
Don't you got that like red clay on the ground? It's supposed to be mud, but fuck up your shoes.
It's supposed to be mud, but then they say it's blood, and nah, we don't do that.
Okay,
No.
all right.
Yeah, we have that by me, that red shit. Like, because I came from Canada, and our mud's always black and brown. So when I came here and I saw that red shit, that caught me off guard.
You know what it is?
Squirrels. Y'all don't have black squirrels here.
No, I ain't got none of that.
You ever see like a black ass squirrel?
Nah. I ain't seen none of
We
them
got
out
black
here.
squirrels.
I don't know. We don't have squirrels that can see in the dark.
I'm in the desert.
No, okay. In Canada, we got black squirrels. That shit different.
It's just different. Why the fuck do you have black squirrels?
We got black squirrels.
Why is that a talking point? Why is that a talking point?
Like what?
Because I took my wife to Toronto and she's like, "Is that a squirrel? Is that night? It was a black squirrel. We just saw eyes and teeth."
Nah, nigga, that was
I was like, "That's a squirrel."
That was Batman, nigga.
I was like, "We got black." I was like, "We got black squirrels."
Ain't no damn way.
She's like, "I ain't seen no damn black.
That don't even sound
before.
natural. Like run from those. You should.
I was like, "We got diverse squirrels in this country."
Nah.
Tell me about this statue. They tearing it down?
No, okay. So the history behind the statue, there was this black, I think he was a mayor politician. His name was Wyatt Outlaw.
He said black like that.
Black.
He was black. Okay, so it's a black dude statue they want down?
No, okay. Here's the history with it.
All right.
Wyatt Outlaw, he was a black politician and he was a sheriff. And some folks didn't like him. They said that he was uppity. They didn't, like having a black politician in the area. So what they did, they beat him and they lynched him in the middle of the courtyard of Graham.
Oh, damn.
So right where he died, they built a Confederate statue right on his body, right where they lynched him.
Wow.
So that statue stands where that man died.
Yeah, that one should probably come down. Yeah, I don't know why you're even here. You should be out there with hacksaw, like right now.
I was out there. Now, here's the thing. They're denying any black protesters from protesting. They're denying our permits. So, because I went Saturday, they denied our permits and you can't protest. And they're also supposed to say, like, no gatherings. But while I was out there, I saw Confederate people out there with their flag gathering by their cars. I saw Trump supporters in their cars.
Man.
But no black people, because we can't get a permit, but everybody else could be out there. So I took my wife to the police station. I was like, check something. Let me show you something real quick. We drove there. Not a car in sight. The only thing they had there was the DARE vehicle that, don't do drugs bullshit.
See, all of y'all listening, y'all just heard Brandon West up here a couple of weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's heavy out here in California. The protesting is very, very rampant. The difference is, like we said, there's white people out there protesting Black Lives Matter too. And when we talk about how your voice can go further than a black voice, this is the type of shit we're talking about. Let a white man put in that same permit.
Oh yeah,
he's got a better shot at getting it approved.
Yeah, he got a better shot than me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's wild, man. So yeah, keep fighting a good fight however you can down there, man. Like big ups, and I hope they get rid of that. They should. That's wild.
The police department was guarding that statue. The entire police department.
27 cops.
Yeah,
more than that. Because I'll think of like somebody to get robbed right now. All your resources are at the statue.
And you know what? You are really like in the worst place to be in the South. Not city-wise, but I pulled it up on my little phone here, and you're between Greensboro, directly in the middle of Greensboro and Raleigh. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Like
Raleigh's not too bad, but Greensboro, you gonna die.
But like being between two cities and then like in the middle of nowhere between those two in the South, man, that's crazy. Like I always tell people, look, get gas at a not a major city because there aren't very many major cities in the South, but get gas and snacks and shit at the city that's like medium. Right? Like if you're in Georgia, stop and get gas and Macon. Fill up. Nobody's gonna fuck with you and keep it moving. Don't stop. Don't stop. If you go in North Carolina, don't stop in the middle of all that bullshit. Get gas, stop in Raleigh. Get gas, stop in Charleston. Get gas. I mean, it's just you really have to pick. And this is before all this shit happened. Right, so you really have to pay attention to where you're stopping. And I've even heard white people that say, yeah, like I stopped to get gas in like the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, and because I wasn't from around there, and because I wasn't familiar or family or anything like that, people looked at me like I was crazy. Like, why are you stopping here? No, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
Oh
like,
yeah, if I don't. There's an area named Denton.
Do you go outside?
I'm sorry, Sam.
Do you go outside at night?
Me? We have a curfew because of that statue.
Fuck that. I'm talking about before that.
Before that, nah. Like a lot of my classmates are out here robbing people.
Ain't taking no night courses.
No, and it's niggas I know. I remember I went to pick up a PS4 when it first came out. And I was walking out Walmart. It was like the midnight release, and I saw these dudes coming up on me. Then I turned around and I was like, "Oh, it's Akil. What's good, nigga? Oh shit!
Oh, you about to be out of here, nigga.
Yeah, they were about to rob my ass. I'm about to get got. I was like, "Oh yeah, all right."
Nah, you about to get shot.
I'll see you at cookout.
You want to give them that PS4? You about to get shot. They about to get.
Oh yeah, I was about to get shot.
About to beat your ass. Nah, but that's real shit. Like I drove through West Virginia going up north one time, and I stopped to get some gas out of necessity. And I was driving through the night, so it was like 3. You know what I'm saying? Clerking there by itself, West Virginia. I don't even know what town it was, but as soon as he saw me get out the car, he picked up his phone inside. I don't know who he called. I don't want to know.
Calling the boys.
But
fuck out of there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think I got like enough gas to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I got like 2-3 gallons and I kept it pushing. And I was like, I'll just have to go ahead and quick fill. You know what I'm saying? Like hitting checkpoints and Crazy Taxi. Get a couple more seconds on the clock. Because I'm not staying in any one of these spots too long. And that was before all of this. But, you know, you have enough of that kind of Negro spidey sense to know I can't do this.
Oh, yeah.
Because it could end bad and it might not end up on the news. Especially back then. You know what I'm saying? This was like 10 years ago when I'm talking. I did that. Now, you got a better chance of somebody catching it. Maybe making it a viral video. You know what I'm saying? But like back then, hell no. You better not leave your damn house. You stay there.
At all. Please.
That's true just about anywhere, though. I was driving to Canada, and I was driving through Pennsylvania at night, and I was about to stop at a gas station. I saw a white dude. He was just, like, tweaking outside. And I was like, nope, not stopping here. And I just kept driving straight.
Wait, what was he doing? Do that again. What happened?
He did what?
The shake.
Oh,
he had a bottle of water. He had a bottle of water.
He really did it again.
And this nigga was giving himself a bath, and he was just shaking with it. And I was just like, damn, them crack shakes is different. It was cold outside too, and he was shirtless, nipples hard, and just pouring water on his chest.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that you Harlem Shake twice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna do it
get you
again.
another one more hurt there for you.
I didn't think he was gonna do it again. Yeah, I'm just out here. Like, I still don't like it, just because I know the area I live in and the sentiments that some of the people like to portray. I think somebody new exposed themselves as racist on my page every day.
That's a daily thing.
Every single day. Marcus
Why you
jinxed
have
me.
a bat in your hand? What are you about to do?
Oh, that's what he do, man. That's like his meditation bat.
Yeah.
The hell? I told Sam earlier that like you remind me of like a version of me in the future if I was to stay. If I went to the future and I just met myself
a grumpy,
and I was just like a grumpy ass nigga, and I was like, damn. And then I went back in time and I tried to correct
why
I ended up so grumpy.
It did work. It did work.
It did work. It's like some Days of Future Past.
Gemini man and shit.
This is my future, angry with a bat swinging that shit.
Gemini man.
It's really peaceful. The bat, I don't know, man. Like I just use it for something. Like, you know how some people have to have things in their hands. Some people have pens. Some people
called
have
ADD.
Spoons. Stuff
Fidgeting.
Like that. Like so for me, it's just something that like I can. And the stool I sit on has no back on it, so I just kind of like post up sometimes. It's like a little cane. It's a support mechanism.
It's your totem.
And
so you just stay agitated and
it's
propped
totem.
up like this with a bat.
And see, I thought I was the only one that did that because I constantly have a coin in my hand the whole time we podding. See, look, hold up.
Y'all Negroes have ADD. That's all it is.
Call of Duty.
Got it.
In the Warren back.
Yeah, man. I got it. They was giving them to the military bases.
Oh,
if you got the game when it premiered. And like, so all of us have a totem, man. It's like Inception. You know what I'm saying?
What's your totem? Akil? What's going on?
I have a fidget spinner. I got several.
You still got a fidget spinner?
Oh, hell.
No, it's not like a...
It's 2020, man. You know what? Go outside at night. You go outside at night if you still doing that.
Batman one.
This nigga retarded.
I am slightly.
For fidget spinner? My son stopped doing that.
Just a touch of the ism. Just a touch.
Touch of the ism. I'm on the spectrum a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How you still doing fidget spinners, bro? Come on now.
It's not a regular one. It's a Batman one, and it's weighted.
If is it a fidget spinner?
It
Every
spins.
time he go to gas station, he gets something.
The shit spins though.
Quick.
This might be my last chance.
Yeah.
You never know.
Hell no. So, what happened with you, Marcus? I mean, you was talking offline, and you said you had a door-to-door salesman come to your door. And I think you jinxed me.
Man.
You jinxed me because one came to mind the next day. And we ain't in the same place. Like, why?
I can't stand these niggas, man.
What was he selling?
Security systems.
Oh, you trying to make sure you
Which
safe.
made me more paranoid.
See?
Oh, he knows something you don't know.
Thank you. The dude was trying to sell me the ring shit, like the doorbell.
No, bruh. I was. So I'm getting out of my car. I'm coming up to my door. Come inside. As soon as I get inside, knocking on the door. Nobody knocks on my door. I don't know anybody around here except for the old drunk lady across the street, who I have to go drink with again fucking tomorrow.
You going back to the sunken place?
I'm going back to the sunken place.
We got a brand new story. I can't wait.
So I'm talking to. I was like, "Yo, what's up? What's going on, man?" He's like, "Hey, you're not a 60-year-old white lady." I said, "No, I'm not. Thank you for noticing." He says, "I was looking for somebody that was in that demographic, not me." We got to talking. He's like, "I'm with whatever company," and he says, "We had a conversation." He's like, "Well, like, where's your thermostat?" I said, "It's right here inside the door." My thermostat is literally maybe 5 feet inside of my door. Comes inside my house. Well, he says, "You mind if I look at it?" I said, "Sure." I opened the door thinking he would just fucking look at it. But he pulled the salesman trick, which is just get inside of your house.
Oh, see, I don't never let him in.
He
did the salesman and rapist
you let him
trick
in.
right there.
Yes.
There you go.
He walks in here, looks at the thermostat. Then he's like, "Yeah, smoke detectors in here?" I said, "Yeah, just like I have bathrooms in here." He goes down. He walks in another fucking 8 feet.
Nah.
sees it and
And
says,
you ain't say
blah,
nothing.
blah, blah, blah.
Get him out. Look, I would say, bro, I got diarrhea. You gotta go.
Can I finish?
I'm flabbergasted that you let him that far in your house. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I tell you this whole thing took 5 seconds, I'm probably exaggerating. It took less than that. He looked at my thermostat and says, "Oh, you have a 4-strand," and then walked down my shit into my hallway. Oh, okay, you have a detector here. So then I said, "Hey, man, I'm still outside. Why are you not still outside like me?" So he comes back over.
That mind tricks on you right there.
Yeah.
No, you get the fuck out of here before I do something to you. So he fucking comes back outside. Well, I just want to show you this and that third, but I said, okay, whatever. Come back later. How about that? Come back later, I'll talk to you. So then he comes back later. I go pick up my son. I come back, and like 10 minutes after I come back to the house, he shows back up. I walk outside. I'm like, hey, man, I'm not interested. Well, why not, man? Because, I feel like if something happened to your vehicle, I feel like, you would regret not getting this. I said, I feel like you're threatening me.
Yeah. That's what that sounds like.
If tonight something happens to my fucking car, now I have your card, Ashton. And I will fucking find you, and I have a particular set of skills that will leave you fucked up in the street. I ain't say the end, but I said, if something happens to my car, I know who you are.
Yeah.
He was like, well, sir,
you know where to draw the line.
In 4 months. I know where, I'll be back in 4 months. I know where you live. I'm like, okay, thanks, Ash. Take it easy.
He need 4 months to get some more people with him.
You're on the episode of Punk'd. You just didn't know it.
Nah, he was almost on the episode of Fucked Up. He was about to get robbed.
I don't give a fuck about them cameras.
It's me, Ashton.
Yeah, I'm just shocked you let him all the way in the house. Like, that's not happening over here.
I didn't let him. He stepped in here. He looked at my thermostat and he kept walking after that. And I was like, "Oh, you tripping because you don't know that I will." I mean,
you letting randoms in your house and Trump.
Nah,
I'm not gonna say
I feel that.
I'm
like,
not gonna say on the podcast, but if you've heard the podcast, you know how I get down. And he was a white dude in a time in the climate that we're in right now that I would rather have just talked to him and say, "Hey, I'm outside. You should come back outside."
I think you handled it well. You handled it well. Because that could have got ugly.
I didn't handle it like I would have handled it at a different
3
time.
months ago.
Get one of those Ring door alarms, man. I just yell at people.
I don't.
Through my Ring door.
Nah. All right. So look, this is the Ring dude, right? He comes up to the door and asks me if I have Ring. I said, "Don't you know that?"
Clearly not.
You know that already.
What shit is that?
Like I was like, you just want to see if I'm gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just the type of cat. If you're a stranger, I don't care what you're selling. You don't need to know if I've bought my home. You don't need to know if I'm renting my home. It might be pertinent to your business. If I want your product, I'm gonna get it, but I don't need to tell you any of that. So the first question out his mouth after that was, "Are you buying or renting?" So I'm already feeling away. That's just a pet peeve of mine, unless I know you. And I was like, you don't need to know that, bro. And he was like, "Oh, okay,
Hold on. This is just for everyone listening. They ask you that because if you're renting, they can't sell you shit.
I know that, right? Now,
you put me on something new right there.
No. I know that. So I was like, you don't need to know that. But knowing that, he was like, "Oh, come on, man." I said, "I'm renting. How about that?"
Mm-hmm.
And when I said, "How about that?" he nodded like we had an understanding. Mm-hmm. Like, I get you, you get me. So he starts going, "Well, even though you're renting, if you're cool with your landlord, you should talk to them about." I said, "Look, man, I'm good right now. All right. Like, I got what I need. I'll just put it like that." And then he was like, "Yeah, but I mean, you think you have what you need." I said, "Oh, you still talking?" I was like, "I know you see the sun is going down, bruh." Because it was getting dark. So I can barely see him. He looked like the silhouette before you pick like your character on NBA Jam and shit.
What?
So I'm like, all right, you already kind of dark. Like, my light is on and I can't see your face. Because I'm talking to him through the screen. I never unlocked my screen door. Like, you better than me.
Nigga, you got a screen door?
We rich over here, dog.
Is that rich?
The way you said it.
Bugs out.
You said it like that was some paper to be had. Like, ooh. So maybe.
I mean, a screen door is like,
so
screen door. That's some country ass shit.
No, like you know the screen doors that you heard, like there was like quit slamming my goddamn door on Friday.
Yeah,
I have one of those.
I have one of those.
I have that screen door. That's California shit. So like I was like, look, man, I'm going to close this door. And he was like, and he hit me with something similar. He was like, this type of area, I was like, please don't go there because it's going to cause a problem. And then he kept talking, and I don't know, maybe I'm an asshole. I closed the door, and then through the door, I was like, he's still out there talking. Like, and I heard him like do the white man chuckle.
Hey man, we talking shit in here about you.
Yeah, that's you should go now. You should go now. My kids is laughing at you now.
Like, yeah, now you're a joke. You should get the fuck out of here.
So
please.
Yeah, man, I don't understand how they. I mean, it's a certain type of person that does that. You have to have that type of personality that you're gonna get told no a lot.
I feel like Akil bought that ring because he went to Costco and they were selling them bitches.
Let me tell you something about Costco real quick. Let me tell you something. Whenever I'm in Costco or BJ's or shit, Walmart, there's always somebody there trying to sell it with DirecTV. Do y'all have that?
He got the greatest rabbit holes in history, man.
They're not trying to sell DirecTV by you all the time?
No, they are, but I always say I live in an apartment and I can't have no satellite on my roof. And that's
so
what the
here's my thing.
You got to have the right answer for the right salesman, right?
Yeah.
You know the DirecTV dude.
No, they got me. No.
They got his ass.
I'm gonna tell you, they got me because I saw them and they're like, "What do you have, sir?" I said, "DirecTV." Then he hit me with their question: "What color is the remote?" I said,
"Ooh, that's a good one."
I said, "Black and blue," and I ain't know.
That's how they
know. Hey, nigga said the wrong color ended up with a ring on his door.
He ain't even getting no store. He ain't getting no channels. He's like, yeah, man, I said the wrong cable box, and now I can see people when they come to my door. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. I be seeing all the raccoons and shit at night.
So what are they doing around y'all's area for the 4th? Have they canceled all the events or something happening?
It's supposed to rain by me. Hopefully, I hope it rains.
So you decided you're gonna depend on the weatherman to schedule your plans for the weekend. Okay.
Bet your sweet ass I am.
You bet your
I'm
sweet
celebrating.
ass.
I'm celebrating.
Don't bet nothing on my sweet ass, nigga.
That's some prison shit right there. Bet your sweet ass.
Hey, hold my pocket.
Hold my pocket.
You bet your tight ass I am.
Hold my pocket at this fireworks show, little nigga. That's hilarious.
Nah, yeah, man. Like it's so weird in California with the 4th because fireworks is damn near illegal, but everybody get them and they still sell them. It's like it's not illegal for them to sell them, but you can't pop them off nowhere but like one specific area.
Right.
Oh no, we popping them off everywhere in the South. Somebody's gonna die this weekend.
Okay,
why are you?
We're gonna
somebody dying this
Akil
weekend.
for coming on Bacchanal Podcast. You guys tune in.
I know, right?
We're gonna get him out of here.
Every year somebody blows up. So, Cletus, did you light it right? And all you hear is no. And
all you hear is no,
and explosions. Or you blew up my goddamn hands, Cletus.
Hell no. You stay in your house and play video games. That's what you do.
You talking about that nigga that played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now that blew his hand in half 3 years ago.
Shit, man, we did that in Graham last year. Random dude did that shit. He tried to do fireworks for the courthouse right by that same statue we talked about. Blew his shit off.
Hell no. That's what you should do. You should go to that statue for the 4th.
Nah, I want to live, man.
During the day, Marcus, I don't want him to be in danger. You know what I'm saying?
I want to live. The last big activist we had, like protesting that statue, he went to the lake. He just disappeared. Like they found him.
Nah, see, that's why black folks don't go. We don't go in no lakes. We black. You stay away from the lake.
It made no sense. They said that he was on the boat and he didn't have a life vest and he just felt like jumping off the boat and swimming. Never know, no nigga just felt the urge to just jump into the lake.
Nah, I ain't been to a lake since I saw Minority Report. I was like, never be me.
Really?
That's it. I never be Ann Lively, man. Never me.
Okay.
Purple Rain didn't make you want to like swim in the lake?
Let me tell you something, Akil, right now. Marcus hates damn near every movie, okay?
That's not true.
Yes, it is, nigga. Any
It's
movie,
not true.
most movies
Don't
you
let him
bring
lie to
up,
you.
most movies you bring up, he'll find something and be like, that shit
I
was
like
trash.
Purple Rain. I like Purple
You
Rain.
ever cried during the movie? You ever watch a movie make you cry?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Absolutely.
Tell me one. Tell me one.
No, fuck both of y'all. I ain't gotta tell y'all niggas nothing.
Then he's like,
Nah.
nah, nigga, too hard for that shit,
Hey,
man.
every female that listen to the pod be like, Marcus don't have a heart, but I'll suck his dick.
No,
So now, so I want to know, like, what movie made Marcus cry? It wasn't a Notebook.
It was no. I walked into a room where there was it was 4 women, and I didn't know why they were all sobbing at the television. And then once I found out why, they were all crying at the Notebook. And I was like, wow, you guys are really crying because this dude was going after this woman so hard to the point that he built a house with his hands, and the bitch still didn't want this nigga. I just didn't understand that. It was foreign to me that women want the world, and a man tries to build you the world with his bare hands, and you still say, nah, I want the rich nigga. Yeah, I don't understand. I didn't. The movie that makes me cry, you guys might, I can't remember the name of it.
It's gonna be some random shit. I'm ready.
Okay, it's a cartoon, actually.
Oh, God.
Damn, Rescue Rangers or some shit.
Up?
No, It's not Up. No, it ain't Up, nigga.
Up was sad.
Up was some sad shit. That first 10 minutes?
Man,
Hey, every
nigga with some balloons, mad about his wife dying or some shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. You could have gave that shit to some projects. Could have made some projects better.
No,
and
man.
Now you over here, a little fat ass, Boy Scout come in and change your life. Fuck that.
Every
He did
Pixar
kidnap
movie
that
sad
kid
as
on the
fuck.
low.
Every Pixar movie sad as shit. Just to get started, normally some bad shit happened. I think The Good Dinosaur was sad
fuck
too.
y'all niggas. This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna name the movie.
Just say the damn movie, Marcus.
He know what movie it was.
The movie, I do know. I'm gonna name the movie that makes me cry.
All right.
Only if y'all two go first.
Okay, Crooklyn.
Crooklyn?
Yeah, man, they killed that mama.
You say Crooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The mom had cancer. That shit came out of nowhere.
Nigga, in every sad black movie, somebody got cancer. Big Mama.
No, they don't. They have heart disease. They have heart
right.
disease. Okay.
You're right.
Soul Food. Big Mama died from heart disease.
I cried on Soul
Big
Food
Mama-
too.
Nigga, y'all can't use the same goddamn movie.
Well, I
We
cried.
did.
Nigga.
Hold up, I cried on a different part. When Miles slid in Cousin Faith, I was like, man, that shit must be good, dog.
Man. Nigga,
God
you
damn.
fucking okay.
Like the way
So
he
we
no,
got
did you see his face when he slid in it?
I beat off to that movie, so I understand what you mean.
Okay, so you got that was weird because right in the middle they show Miles like, hey, what's going on in there? So,
I finished before that.
oh, I know what part you beat off to. You beat off to Nia Long at the beginning.
They in the bathroom.
Oh,
with
man.
with the panties.
Man.
With the panties in his mouth.
Oof.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I feel you because I was like,
So
Lim
Crooklyn.
couldn't hang. Crooklyn.
Yes,
Crooklyn
Crooklyn.
makes you cry because why?
Because the mom died, man. I built that, 2-hour relationship with the mom.
Mm.
And then she
okay.
died. It reminded me of my mom because she was mean and West Indian.
We shouldn't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that, Sam.
He laughed at it. That ain't fair. And that's his mama.
But that's his pain to laugh at, not yours, nigga.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Y'all laughing at my pain.
Laugh
man.
at my
I
pain.
appreciate
Hey,
that.
I apologize, man.
What's yours, Samuel?
Well, I did cry on Soul Food because I was young, but the part that it was when the young boy, he was mad because the family was all tripping out, and he was like, Big Mama wanted me to get y'all together, and he was all crying and shit. And I was young when that movie came out. I think most of us were, and I was like, damn, like he really did just want to see the family back together. And at the time, that was like to me my family. I was like, I just want shit to be the way it was before the grands passed. So it hit a chord for your boy. You know what I'm saying? It did.
You going with Soul Food?
I am.
That's your final answer?
Yeah. If I say Titanic, you're gonna talk about me. So
Nah, I ain't do
I
no.
am. Uh-oh, he gonna talk about you.
We weren't on that boat.
at all. That's true. That's true.
We were not on. We may have cleaned the boat.
Okay, look, we got a gamer on. What game made you cry?
Oh
What the
shit!
fuck?
Ooh,
Walking Dead season 1.
Really?
Yeah,
A game?
yeah, man, that
Dog,
shit fucked me up,
if you
man.
ain't never teared up over a game, man, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Like,
Oh, and Red Dead, the first Red Dead. I did
really,
all
Marcus?
my family.
Real shit. Final Fantasy X.
Wow.
Fantasy X got me at the end. And it's the same type of shit. Like you said, you spend all this time with these characters, right?
Build a relationship.
And by the end, it was just sad as fuck. Like the two main characters, you find out one of them basically wasn't fucking real. And she runs after him for a hug and goes through him. I was like,
of them are real.
damn. No. In the game, fool. Like,
Damn it, Marcus, you a grumpy ass.
I'm telling you, man.
They're
Marcus,
all make believe.
Marcus hate love, dog.
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys go ahead.
Marcus hate love, man. So yeah, like that.
No,
That one got me at the
yes.
end. And then, well, I don't want to spoil The Last of Us 2, but the first Last of Us was just
You finished already?
dog. I had to. I'm playing it again.
That nigga said, "Fuck my family."
I did.
Oh shit.
I did. I don't need them niggas. I needed to play this. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I finished it, man. But did you beat the first one, Marcus?
Of course.
Okay. That storyline was the first game I played that made me make a bad decision and be comfortable with it. That's some shit that a game can't make you do. If you ain't played the first Last of Us, if you're listening, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Play that bitch.
First of all, it's one of the greatest games made ever. First off, but I'm about to spoil the shit. So skip to the next timestamp if you don't want to know.
Skip to the next.
At the end, the character that you're mainly playing is this cat Joel. It's like a post-apocalyptic. There's these quote-unquote zombies. I won't give away what they are, but and you're with a girl that might be immune to the virus. So in order to get a cure, they're gonna have to kill her. But over the course of the thing, like he ends up gaining a bond with this girl. Remember at the beginning, they kind of couldn't fucking stand each other. Yeah. By the time you get to the end, you don't want her to die, but you understand what's at stake. But what would a father do? We all got kids. Now, it's one of them moral dilemmas. Like, what do I do? Do I save humanity or do I do this? But the game kind of forces your hand into one particular route. And it's like, God damn, I don't want to do this. But by the end, it's like, I just really did some real fuck shit in a way. But because you have an attachment to a character, you don't mind doing that fuck shit. Not too many games can bring that to the table. So in Last of Us 2, and I know it already got spoiled for him on his own goddamn show. That's some shit me and Marcus don't do for each other, just so you know.
Cousin's an asshole, man.
Marcus,
I love him,
his partner spoiled the game for him that he's currently playing.
So why is it still? Never mind.
Like, why y'all still cool?
So that's family, man. That's
I don't
family.
give a fuck.
Y'all could be cool, but he can't work no more. Like,
nah.
No,
It's
I don't care about spoilers, though.
I do. How do you not care about spoilers? Let me tell you what.
It's the journey.
No, it's not a journey.
It's not a journey if you know where you're going.
The journey ends. Once you know the ending of the journey's over for you.
Yes.
No, it's not. Hey, Marcus, you're gonna die. You still gonna have a journey, though. You know how?
Nigga, I'm not.
He don't know how.
No,
he don't know how.
You're gonna die one day.
No. Marcus don't know how. That's a poor shit. That's a shit analogy. Marcus doesn't know how he's gonna die.
It's bad.
If
bad. We were doing
this
podcast when Endgame was coming out, and Sam came on here and told me the end of Endgame, that podcast would be the Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Doing that. Well, there's certain things I don't play with.
Nah, you can't on one side be like, no, I'm cool with spoilers, and then if that happened, you be upset.
Certain things I hold.
Come on, man.
My Marvel movies.
So you aren't mad.
I was okay.
Wait, no, hold on. What's longer? What's longer? A Marvel movie or you fighting your ass off on a game and then it being spoiled before you get to finish it or even start it by your...
It's about the investment, though. With Marvel, I have 10 plus years invested.
You're not going to be able to appreciate the end of The Last of Us 2 now. You're not.
I don't
You're
know
absolutely not.
Even if
you
know, on some aspects.
We don't say nothing. We will bleep this shit.
I'm not.
No. Don't do that.
Talk about it. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll just end call on that nigga like right now.
No, that's an asshole thing to do.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm telling you, man. Like that one is one that if it got spoiled, like I didn't even watch trailers for this game leading up to it. I started seeing all the articles and people was pissed and saying they didn't like it. And after I played it, I get why they didn't like it. And the people that didn't like it because no spoilers, Marcus. We good. I see you looking at me like say the wrong word.
Yeah.
I see your face, bro. No,
Mark's ready to hit end call.
I was looking at the list, and then we said that I was like, wait.
No. The people that don't like it, it's because they aren't in control of their own emotions and understand why they feel. You'll get that when you play the game. All right.
Okay.
And let me clarify something.
What I mean by that is just like the first one. Go ahead, clarify, because I'm explaining. Go ahead.
Okay, my cousin didn't necessarily spoil it for me. I ran into something online, and I told him that I ran into that, and he said if you wanted to further elaborate on that, we could, but we won't touch on anything else. And that's where we left it.
Oh no, don't exonerate him. He still fucked it up for you. Just
no,
so we clear. He's trying to save his family. You know, you don't want to be soul food. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, okay.
It's probably the family member that bring the good macaroni. He don't want to fuck that up. So I got it.
Yeah, he got that.
We're Trinidadian. We don't eat macaronis. Macaroni pie.
Oh, oxtails and cheese or something. I don't know.
That's for Jamaicans.
I'm just fucking with you. I know that.
And cheese. That's pretty funny.
All right, what I mean by that emotional shit, like when you played the first Last of Us, you knew the journey it was taking you on, but you didn't know where it was going to go. I heard people say they hated the end of that one. And I'm like, well, I don't expect them to regurgitate the story I want to me.
Yeah.
There's a very, very simple ass way The Last of Us 2 could have went, and it would have been boring. So I'm glad I got an ending that I wasn't ready for. Because just the way that it should have went, and when it started, I was like, oh, okay, this is a simple story. It's blah, 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 blah. It didn't go that way. I can't be mad that they took me somewhere that I wasn't expecting that made sense. I get it if it's one of them movies like when Star Wars came out, and the last one could have been a lot better. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it because shit didn't make sense.
Yeah, that shit was dumb.
They could have laid it up. Like it could have been because this game does have legs, right? And they can go on and do like some kind of Uncharted run and make, 3 or 4 of them. So they could have done something like, okay, well, let's pull a Walking Dead move, and we can make this game into a Walking Dead game. Just, it plays differently, different characters or whatever. And we could keep running the same old show for 5 seasons and drag it out. But if there's, like, as you're saying, if there is a point to the plot so that it ends in a way where people are emotionally moved by it and invested in it, then yeah, do it that way. As opposed, because there are so many games, and I don't really want to get into a PS5 or PS4 and Xbox thing, but there are so many games, like let's say Halo, for instance. Halo is the same goddamn game every time. And they rebox it, they rehash it, and sell it to you again with the same character or the same looking characters.
Yeah.
Just for the money grab.
Yep.
At least with this, from what I hear, and what you guys are saying, because I haven't played it yet, at least from what I hear, it does. I'd rather the game be good and make me hate it or love it, as opposed to it being the same fucking game over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, you're probably going to absolutely love this story. Because it's not like your run-of-the-mill shit. And it's going to make you want to play it again. So, yeah.
I'm an Uncharted nigga. Like, I will go to bat for Uncharted every day of the goddamn week. That's one of the best gaming series I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
But
Sam's like, nah.
Sam played 20 minutes of Uncharted and was like, I don't like white people.
That's what? Wait, what? Wait, a narrative just got painted, sir.
What Uncharted game did you play?
No. He don't.
One.
Let's start with this. Don't listen to Marcus.
I believe Marcus, man. He's my grumpy future.
Yeah, that's your Gemini man. That's my fault. No, I beat every Uncharted. Here's my thing with Uncharted, bro.
Sam, you did not beat every Uncharted.
I did beat every Uncharted except that one.
4?
Yeah,
the Lost Legacy.
I have that one. The only one that I didn't beat was the expansion pack that they added at the end of it.
With the 2 girls?
Yeah, and I just didn't. I was like, I'm not paying for a whole nother. What the fuck? Anyway,
Sexist Sam, look at him.
I beat all of them.
Mhm.
My problem with them is the replay value. After I finished doing the whole cliffside shit that they make you do in Uncharted, that part to me it's like I'm just trying to figure out how to traverse the cliff so that I can get to another firefight. And I like the story the first time I do it, and then I don't want to do it again. So for me, it's a one and done. That's my problem with it.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's
I like
fair.
the games. I just don't want to play them
That's
again. Speaking of, since I know we're talking movies and shit like that, you know, Uncharted got bought to be a film.
Man, don't do this. Okay.
Yeah, with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is to play young Nathan Drake. As a big fan of the series, like, what do you think about that? Because I feel like it's a horrible casting, and I like Tom Holland.
It's a fucking motherfucking horrible casting. It's just bad. There are so many
even as a
other
young
people.
one.
Even as a young one.
Okay.
There are so many other people that could play that role. And I haven't really delved into like going through, I'm not a casting director, so I don't really know. But I know that I've seen movies. I would rather have, what's my man playing Batman?
Robert Pattinson?
I would rather have him playing that dude than fucking this dude playing that dude.
You know how strong a statement that is for Marcus,
it
bro?
Makes more sense. just because okay, this is not a standalone movie that was turned into a game. This is a game being turned into a movie. So when you play the games, you get involved with that character, the look, the aesthetic, all that shit. So when you can't, Spider-Man's too big of a character to just throw into something else, which is why you've never seen Holland, Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, Pattinson.
Pattinson.
No.
Tom Holland?
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland,
yeah.
Like, that's why you never seen. What else have you seen Tom Holland the Holland guy, Spider-Man? What else have you seen him in besides Spider-Man?
He was in that movie with Will Smith.
Spies in Disguise.
You went in a cartoon?
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
Oh, you mean like physically seen him in?
Yes.
Oh, well, since he did Civil War, you ain't seen him in nothing because he's just been doing Spider-Man movies.
But you can do that in other shit. What I mean is, some characters, and this is what I understand by people wanting to leave Batman or people wanting to leave 007. Once you become known to be that character, it's hard for you to be anything else. So when he goes and does a huge game, and you portray a character that is the catalyst of that game, there's a lot lost in, I guess I don't want to say the respect, but it's hard for me to see you portray that character.
Okay.
Because you portrayed this huge character over here for so long, and you still are. Now you want to be Nathan Drake. Right? I just don't. I don't
it's like
get
Vin
it.
Diesel with the Fast and Furious movies. I just see Dom every role.
He's Dom and everything now.
He's Dom.
He's Dom.
He's Dom. And it's not because he's not. He doesn't have the acting chops to be something else. Like, I fucking hate to say it, and trust me, I hate to say it, but Mark Wahlberg can do all kinds of shit because his acting chops are decent enough to be semi-versatile.
He's a Bostonian cop in everything.
That's not true.
Man,
he's confused in every movie.
And hey, I think I saw a Transformer.
What's going on?
Don't do Transformers. Don't do that. That's not fair. Because that was bad. That was really
I think I saw
bad.
a Departed.
He was from Texas and he had the Boston accent.
Yeah.
That was a bad.
That's some dumb shit.
He was the same dude in that he was in Ted, that he was in Departed. He's the same dude, bro.
Okay, you say that shit, but then when I bring up Denzel Washington being the same nigga in every movie, I get, what? Denzel's a hero.
No,
blasphemy.
He's the greatest.
No. And I told you, I think
in every movie.
I think his son is gonna end
blind in Book of Eli,
and he was still Denzel.
Okay.
I've never seen blind Denzel before.
He was still Denzel.
That shit was different.
This is not different.
He was still Denzel.
His eyes were different.
Oh, his eyes was different.
His
and he was still the same dude. He's like, hey, can I get my battery back? You gonna charge my back? You gonna give me? Do you have any cat oil? You got any cat oil for your lips? I need that for my lips before I go. You know, like no, he was still Denzel.
No, he wasn't,
He was
man. He
blind.
was blind.
He was still okay. He was
That's
blind
he
to the fact that
diversified his roles.
he was
okay?
blind to the fact he was being the same nigga. That's what he was blind to. That's what he was blind to. And I like Denzel's roles, but yes, he is very much the same dude. And Man on Fire is the same dude.
Same nigga.
In his other two, what them other?
What about Will Smith?
Home
we
Depot.
Love when Will Smith does it.
What you call him? Home Depot Denzel.
Yeah, Home Depot Denzel.
Hey, he was crafty.
Oh, you want to know where the washers is at? Oh, the washers is right over here.
Yeah.
Washers is right over there.
Oh shit! But I know people listening is like, look at these blerds. I didn't know Marcus was a nerd. Like,
that's why he's so angry, man. He's suppressing his nerdom.
is that what you need to come out?
I let mine
That's
out.
you gotta come out, man.
Yeah, you gotta
rip in
out,
that bat.
Well, no, see, I let mine out, but then when I let mine out, me and Sam get in arguments. Like, I'm so glad this is on today. I remember, and Sam didn't know I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Oh shit!
Me and Sam got into an argument one time because he was mad. Well, I won't say he was mad because he wasn't mad.
I don't get mad. So
he was perturbed.
He was upset.
He was perturbed at the fact that before the Final Fantasy shit, the Fantastic Four movie with Michael bullshit ass Jordan came out, that I called the trailer trash. I like, this movie's gonna be trash. And
it looked like trash.
And because Sam is an optimist, right? He was like, I think it's gonna be good. And I said, nah, this shit gonna be garbage. So we got into an argument about it. I'm like, look, man, I want it to be good. But the fact that I see this dude in here, and I see the fucking drummer nigga, the white dude from, the white drumline movie they made.
White drumline?
Where he was getting beat up by J.K. Simmons?
White drumline.
He made the white drumline movie. I was like, look, man, I don't think it's gonna be good. And we had a conversation about it. And like he was like, look, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Like, look, man, I don't want to give shit a chance. I'm the Blerd that doesn't give shit a chance to breathe. And I've been wrong before. I was wrong recently. I said the Hobbs and Mershaw, what's the nigga name?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
I said I haven't seen it, but it looks like it's gonna be trash. Sam says, I saw the movie, it's not that bad. I watched
that shit was stupid, man.
Wait, hold on. I watched it 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good. It was stupid, but to Sam's point, when you go in there to watch that kind of movie, it was a good movie for the Fast and Furious action fucking, I don't give a fuck about the fact that this guy's getting shot and doesn't care. Like, all that shit.
Yeah.
Jumping out of a building, no parachute.
Type you got to go in with a different, it's a different expectation now. Like when it was like, Fast and Furious, maybe up to 4, when it was like, all right, some of this shit's at least halfway possible. Now, if you know the type of movie that they're making, you can't be mad when you leave.
Yeah. You know what you're going to see. And
yeah.
That's just kind of what you get.
I'm ready for them to fight the Transformers. I'm trying to see some. That's where I want them to go.
Transfurious.
Transfurious.
Here, Optimus be like, don't let him inside you. He can drive really well.
Vin just shows up. He's like, but we family.
Like, yeah. At this point, I remember them talking about the franchise maybe going into space. Like there was going to be in rocket ships and whatnot.
And they're going to meet Optimus Prime.
There's not too much more they can do. And I liked Fast 8. I thought it was ridiculous like the rest of them, but I was thoroughly entertained.
I can't. With Ludacris knowing Kung Fu and how to fucking dissolve all computer systems into fucking ice cream, I can't do that shit.
This shit's real, man. This shit's real.
I can't deal with Luda knowing how to fucking do judo and computo.
He can't have He can't have a story arc because they couldn't.
Because when they met this nigga, he was changing oil at the fucking car wash.
He got his degree. He got his associates.
He went to
Nigga went to DeVry. Yeah. You know that commercial that come on late night? Like, you're standing there, you're doing nothing with your life.
No.
Hey.
That shit hit him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something.
No, I can't, man. I look, man. I tried to. I was out and I was back. After Fast 5, I was back.
5 was the best 5. 5 was the best one.
Was that the one where The Rock first showed up?
That was The Rock first showed up, and they made it a heist movie. So it wasn't just them driving. It was like, hey, we need 2 precision drivers. You know, like, and we need guys that can't lose. We need a guy that talks fast.
Now let me give you everybody some nerd facts real quick on that. Y'all know there's beef on set between Vin Diesel and
The Rock. The Rock ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, they have some weird contracts where like The Rock can't lose in the fight, and Vin Diesel can't lose in the fight. So they have like trouble filming fight scenes because one person's contract is like, oh, he can't lose. This person can't get in the face. So they got to find ways to like come up with a fight where they both come out neutral every fight scene.
That wasn't it though, because The Rock lost the first fight.
Yeah, he did.
Allegedly.
No, he lost.
No, he lost.
He lost. Oh, but The Rock can lose to Owen Shaw?
Yeah, some dumb shit. Yeah, they got some dumb contracts where they can't lose in the fight, or this one can't get hit in the face.
So Vin Diesel can't beat me, but the white dude from the Meg can throw me out a window.
Hey, he found the claws.
Jason Statham can whoop my ass. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all. You guys can beef about this amongst yourselves. Please keep talking. I'm gonna go take a piss. Yep, y'all gonna hear it. No, I mean not hear it literally.
No. You can't pee loud like a female.
Are you peeing in the cup?
Nope.
If he keep them earbuds in, we gonna hear it. Like, yeah, he should be dedicated enough to the pod to just piss in the cup. But while
I've done that many times.
This is actually great. I'm glad this motherfucker's
Let's talk shit about Marcus now.
No, I want to ask you something right now before he comes back, because it's something we was planning on talking about.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel about Spider-Man Far From Home?
Got mixed feelings. At first, I didn't like it until the twist kicked in.
Okay, but it wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't once I went back and I watched it, and I'm like, yo, Mysterio's in the whole film just sneaking and creeping.
Yes, you had to watch it twice, right?
You had to watch it twice. Yeah.
Okay, he hates that movie, so when he come back, that's gonna be something that
simple Marcus with the passion.
Simple, real simple. Matter of fact, I can do this while he's gone, because
let's dive into it.
We do a segment on this show that we like to call "You Could Have Just Shut the Fuck Up." All right?
You could shut the fuck up.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's
right. And it's a very simple segment. Is we look at something in the news where somebody very easily could have just said nothing and things would have been fine. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's gonna jump in the middle of this. Let me pull up this article real quick because he gonna come back and be like, "Did y'all? Oh look, he take quick pisses. He washed his hands.
He didn't wash his hands. He used a wet wipe. You nasty, Marcus.
Oh, he didn't wash his hands.
No, he just used a wet wipe. And
I did wash my hands. You dumb mother.
It looked like it was just
like a wet wipe. That looked like you just did a wet wipe.
It's a napkin. My hands are still wet. You want to see it? My hands are still wet.
Your hands are moist. Well, that was a quick dick beating session, then. I give you props on that.
I had to push it out hard like a girl.
Hey,
yep. It hurts. She's burning.
Yep. You ever have them like they try not to break the mood, but they gotta pee, so they go to the bathroom, trying to hurry up.
Oh shit.
That's when they pee on you and they say they squirting.
No, that's when that's when they act like they act like they already wet, but it's
that's piss.
Yeah,
you got peed on.
They're letting a little bit out just so you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, you like, I'm gonna tear that shit up. And you start.
All right, where we at?
Dick go in like a tire trying to skid around a go-kart track and shit.
What were you expecting, Marcus? You have us two assholes on here.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll wait then to do my just shut the fuck up. That's what I was getting ready to do.
No, do it.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So,
yeah.
So in the news this week, which for whatever reason right now seems to happen a lot more than it used to. All of y'all that listen to the pod know I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I'm an advocate for the shut your ass up. Don't get muted. I can click the button. Do you like New Jack City? Like cancel this bitch. All right, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. A lot of people that don't get it, and I completely understand it. There's a lot of meat in those books that actually deals with the things that are happening in our society right now, police brutality, racism, cultural appropriation. It deals with a lot of those things, and you wouldn't get that from the movies, 100%. All you get from the movies is that Dumbledore cock block Harry from getting a beautiful black woman right before
Nubian
mission.
queen.
Oh my God! Look, you know that part though, right?
Girl?
Dog,
Yeah, he was ready.
dog. She was
sure.
throwing the ass at him. Was like, I get off at 11. She had that like that English accent. It's like you can
That,
tell.
that Cockney accent.
And look, she hit him with this line. You can tell me all about that toss of Harry Potter when we get off.
Ooh.
Like straight up, and then turned around. And then Dumbledore was like, "Hey, man,
I will toss that Harry Potter.
yeah, I'm gonna show you how I toss." Dog, I'm gonna look
Hit
her.
with that Levioso or whatever that shit's
I'm gonna send you a
called.
picture of her. You are gonna be like Dumbledore cock blocked 100%. Anyway,
He did.
so the writer of this, the writer of this $1 billion franchise, J.K. Rowling, stays in trouble on Twitter for giving her views and opinions. So I'm gonna just read a piece of the article. Rowling's account of the violence she suffered is an indication of the complex history that guides her opinion. She's been through some stuff in the past or whatever. Her and Stephen King got into it about a trans comment that he later deleted. Okay. Rowling was reacting to a newspaper report, accused her of discriminating against trans women based on her experience of domestic abuse. She likes jumping into this type of shit on her Twitter a lot. And I don't know why she does it. Okay. Quote, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. This is what she replied to somebody up there, okay? JK, I love you. I'm taking it. This is just a piece of a lot of things that she's been saying, like over days. So Stephen King got drawn into Rowling's transgender controversy. He decided to wade into it, as they say, because the It writer was called out by his fans on Twitter after he retweeted a quote about feminism shared by the Harry Potter creator. And they were very, very quick to jump at him. I'm looking for that tweet. Let me see where he said King's involvement came after Rowling. J.K. Rowling, when so-called leftists demand that we give up our hard-won sex-based right, they align themselves squarely with men's rights activists. To both groups, female trauma is white noise and irrelevance or else exaggerated or unintended. That was just one of her tweets.
Okay.
J.K.
She's bored.
Please, she is bored. Please just
bored.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're doing to your fan base. And when I say that knowing, because I'm in a couple of Harry Potter rooms on Facebook, Twitter. A lot of them happen to be in the LGBTQ community because they identify with certain struggles that the characters had to endure in the books. They watered your shit down when it came out in movies. The movies are where I ended up finding you. Mm-hmm. And then I went back and read the books and I was like, I get why this is a global phenomenon because you were on the cutting edge of putting a lot of real world issues into these stories and they gave people a voice to talk about them.
Yeah.
Myself included, especially when they start talking about systemic racism. There's a whole book that deals with systemic racism through the elf Dobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
I'm hipping you to some shit because I'm speaking out on some real shit. It definitely made me have a deeper appreciation for why people love these so much because I was a lot like you, Akil, where I was like, these fucking nerds, that's a level I can't go to. If you shut the fuck up and stop trying to give your political opinion, and you're so within your right to do so. However you feel as an artist, yeah, you can give your personal opinion too. But there's a legacy around this multi-billion-dollar franchise that you've built. And if you care about that at all, this is some shit you definitely should just stop talking immediately on. Print something, let them know that, okay, I was tripping. Maybe I didn't understand. Me and Marcus have talked about trans, non-binary on this podcast. And it's always ended with, come educate me if there's something I'm saying wrong.
Right.
I have no problem saying that I was absolutely wrong about anything in those communities. You sounding real fucking stupid every time I see you on Twitter. And I follow you on Twitter.
But here's the thing. Isn't it good that she exposed herself? Now you know what kind of person JK is because it's like that shit was like eating her on the inside, and she just had to let the world know how fucked up of an individual she is.
No.
Like
Well,
she's
hold
just,
on. Well, let's get into that. Why is she a fucked up individual? So maybe I missed something.
well,
Okay. Go ahead.
she okay. One of the comments that Stephen King said was trans women or women.
Mhm.
I think she got upset, and did she delete his comment after he wrote that?
I think she commented under it and it made him delete his whole shit.
Yeah, because she got upset about that comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So was she wrong? Since he deleted his shit, or what's going on?
Well, she doesn't feel that trans women are women, and she just keeps going about saying that she's ignorant to the community, and she doesn't want to get educated on it. So she feels
that's rough, man.
She has her beliefs, and her beliefs are right in her mind, and she doesn't want anybody to intrude on that.
That's rough.
She gets mad.
That's rough, man. And I'll call back, and I'm not gonna act like I'm really intelligent on this topic, but I'll go back to what was it, like 3 years ago when they were talking about having something in North Carolina, and it came down to these restaurant owners saying that it was okay for trans women to go into women's bathrooms.
Yeah, the bathroom bill.
Yeah.
Yes, and the biggest thing about that was now you have these men that are dressed as women going into bathrooms. Now, because people are fucking gross, right? There could possibly be men that are straight and are fucking disgusting. They go into these bathrooms and record these women in the bathroom. So, yes, you want to give everyone their right to feel the way that they genuinely feel and go about their business as they feel like they should. The hard part about that shit is how do you weed out the people that are the fucking gross ones?
Let me touch on that because there's more to it. And first of all, Chuck Berry, he used to record women. He never wore a dress. He had cameras set up in his bathroom.
He was disgusting too, though.
He was a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that don't make it okay at all.
And that doesn't make it okay.
Okay.
Now back to the trans part. Now the hormones that they take. One of my friends at Ultimate Comics over here in Chapel Hill is a trans woman, and the hormones that they take cause them to go to the bathroom a lot. They have to take time because of the estrogen and the different hormones that they're taking. So that bill made it so that, like, if she was going to work, she will have to say, like, okay, I know I could stop at this place and I could stop at that place on my way to work.
Yeah.
So I know at other places my life might be in danger. So it was a prejudice bill at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And see, that's that type of stuff is important in this type of conversation to me. Because it gives some sort of context to it. Now, my thing, this was my question with the JK thing. As much as I want her to shut the fuck up, she is very entitled to her opinion. That's important, right? She has a platform, a large platform, so she cool. Where does your artistry and what you've built conflict with your legacy and what you built before that? She got her stance from Harry Potter, right? That's where she got her name. That's why people are listening. So let's say the Bacchanal Podcast, Illegal Opinions, we get millions of followers. At what point? Well, and I know it's a different lane, but let's say we made a movie out of this shit, and it's like, oh, we all know your names now. Cool. At what point do you stop telling people, well, this is how I feel regardless? And I bring that up because, we got people like Terry Crews that are out here that keep constantly saying some shit that pisses off the black community, but he's entitled to say his shit. You eat the consequences that come with it, right?
Not necessarily.
We cancel women faster than we cancel men. Like Chrisette Michelle canceled her shit at a heartbeat.
They got her out of here.
They got her the fuck out of here. But Kanye West, we keep giving him chance after chance.
Kanye acted like he was a Hydra agent now.
I don't understand the disconnect with it. Like Kanye is like, oh, I was just fucking with y'all.
Yeah, so where do you draw the line? Somebody that's trans might be like, okay, JK, I don't understand what you're saying. It's pissing me off. Or they might side with you and you lose a fan.
I think it's different because she writes fantasy novels. So the fantasies that she writes are not her actual thoughts. Like if she was an autobiographer or something like that wrote other people's stories, bibliographies or some shit like that, it would be different. But the fact that she writes fantasy, and her fantasy that she writes is completely disconnected. As much as you want to connect it to
Dumbledore's gay.
Yeah.
Okay, look. As much as you want to connect it to society, she can easily disconnect that shit from. I write these books and they are this way. This is fantasy. Over here is reality. This is how I really feel about shit. But come by my books. They're all about fantasy and magic, and that's different. I just when you said that, I thought about Mel Gibson.
Oh God, pack of niggas.
Right.
Okay.
I thought about Mel Gibson in his career. His career, he was always,
stellar career.
Riggs, action star, this kind of, that. But those things are set, like those movies, those cop movies are set in reality. So when he comes back out with all these fucking racist tones and a pack of niggers and all that shit, now it's like, yo, I can't trust Riggs no more, especially with police brutality going on. Like, I can't trust Riggs no more because this is what Riggs is. I don't give a fuck if you did Passion of the Christ. I don't care. Your shit is set in reality, or what's supposed to be an exaggerated version of reality.
I mean,
So
Riggs
like
did
J. Cole's.
he
Oh,
got
go ahead,
Murtaugh
Sam.
off the toilet.
That was a fun scene. That was a good family scene.
Now, let me jump in real quick. Like, so I guess in JK's fantasy world, she believes in civil rights and equality, but in her real world, she doesn't believe in that shit. Is that what you're saying? Like, there's a disconnect?
Yeah, I mean, there can be. Because if I'm making money, I can do that. Like, I can make money based off something I don't believe. People do that shit all the fucking time. So I can write these books and make money off something based off something I don't believe, because I know that, okay, let's just say that there's most of the world believes in interracial relationships and a society that's utopic and things like that. I can write books based off that, but in my mind, when I go outside, I don't have to believe that. It's like being a politician. I could come up here and I can write these fucking words and spit them to you, making you think that I want your vote or your support.
But how do you do that disconnect? Because you kind of put yourself in your literature when you're writing something. You put aspects
No,
of
you
yourself
don't.
at
Not a
least.
fantasy. Not a fantasy.
Some things you pull from some type of aspect of your life or event, and then you bring.
And that might be true. That might be true, but you got to prove that though. How do you prove that I wrote myself into Harry Potter?
That's a lot of research she had to do then on discrimination and so forth. The put
And yes, and I did
and
it.
then not believe in that.
I mean, but if it's in order to make money, if I want to sell this book to the vast population that wants this next book, fuck it. I mean, Dan Brown has been selling books to the popular. I mean, Dan Brown does research over years and years and years. Writes a book. I don't know if Dan Brown believes that shit or not, but I'll tell you what. Once that book comes out, motherfuckers buying that book.
Because I always heard that she started writing the book on a napkin at a restaurant.
Yeah, she was
homeless at one point.
She was homeless. She started writing it in her car. All right, so about 6 months ago, this is the tweet that kind of got her under fire with the trans community. And since then, she's been doing a lot of backtracking that is working in her favor. But this is the one that kind of set things off, okay? She said, and it was about an article about, quote unquote, people who menstruate, okay? And she goes, I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Was it what woman? Women? What woman? Like, she was like, basically saying it used to just be females, right?
Is that not? Never mind. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's funny. It's offensive now. You know what I'm saying? But in hindsight, listening to it, like, used to be a word for women that had a period. I get what she was going for, but with the fan base she has, you can't offend the people that pay you millions.
I mean, but can you though?
You can. It's not smart. You can say whatever you want. We talked about this. Everybody got freedom of speech. But
I'm buying into the story. I'm not buying into you.
Okay, you see what I'm saying, though? You're buying into the story. But have you never followed somebody that said some fuck shit, like you said, in reality, that made you look at them differently? Nobody's really playing R. Kelly music anymore.
I mean, never mind.
For whatever reason, we forgave MJ and we listened to Michael Jackson.
I ain't gonna lie, I still listen to R. Kelly.
See, and why? Why?
That I Wish Part 2, that remix, that shit hit hard.
Then you say Part 2.
TP2 went super hard. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Shaft, and at the end credits they started playing R. Kelly. I'm a bad man. The Shaft with Samuel Jackson.
Oh, we don't count none of them.
Well, they both got Samuel Jackson, but
the one from the early 2000s was
them Shafts. Yeah, them Shafts is trash. But
no, they're not. That nigga was on the toilet.
No, don't do that.
Cut that man.
Look, okay, cut this nigga mic off.
The Shaft was good.
I like to see what movies Marcus likes.
When a man was walking up with a knife, oh, you wanted some of me? Stabbing herself?
Yeah.
On the bridge?
That's Commissioner Gordon now in the next batch.
And then he shot him?
That's called growth.
Okay.
No, okay.
Right, speaking of some other shit, I have a beef with Sam. I don't know if it's a beef or not. We'll see. But
we got to make like a mixtape after this. Like,
Sam has a bone to pick with Iron Man 3.
It's a trash
bat, man. I keep seeing that fucking bat.
Man,
it's a very trash film.
Yeah. Okay, so Sam has a really, really big issue with Iron Man 3, and I don't understand why. So we're gonna get this off of everybody's chest right now.
Let's do it.
Sam hates Iron Man 3. And I never really had a reason to talk to him about it until I talked to Sam and I asked him, "Did you like Far From Home from Spider-Man?"
We talked about that when you weren't here. My bad.
Yeah, we did.
He says, "Fuck both of y'all then." Okay, so
whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Sam says that he liked Far From Home, but hated Iron Man 3. And I don't understand how you can like one and hate the other.
Because they're not even in the same ballpark to compare. First off. 2, Iron Man 3. Think about the whole MCU. Yeah, play with your bat. Think about the whole MCU. All right? What movies can you take out and it's the exact same MCU?
Thor,
Spider-Man 3.
Dark World.
Spider-Man Far From Home?
No, you can't.
Okay, I can because that nigga's supposed to be dead, and we didn't know that he was even alive until that shit came out before. Well, the trailer came out before Endgame came out.
Oh, if you're talking about from a marketing standpoint, they screwed it up.
You said the whole MCU.
Yes, and that movie.
We didn't need that movie. We didn't need that movie for the MCU.
That movie comes after Endgame, correct? Correct.
Yeah.
Start setting up Phase 4. Yes, it's setting up Phase 4. They fucked up.
You need Far From Home because it exposes his identity.
Yes, it does that.
Well, we don't
the
know
scrolls
that yet because we'll see what happens with that because we know how that shit goes.
We know that because he said, "Oh shit."
Okay, now in Spider-Man 3 when he wakes up from a bad dream,
and they just have a scroll.
That's it.
Spider-Man 2 was all an illusion, right? The villain was an illusionist.
Yes.
But why would you pick a random white kid and be like, "Hey, it's Peter Parker"?
And Mysterio did great. He did Gyllenhaal. He did great as Mysterio. Because I remember when I saw the trailers, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna make this movie work. No way." And after seeing it, it makes you watch it again because you realize how much they played Peter throughout that movie. That was the movie that he finally figured out he had a Spidey sense because he didn't have it in Homecoming.
Yeah, Peter Tingle.
He had an Endgame.
Peter Tingle.
He had an Endgame.
What? They showed his hair stand up, but he still didn't understand what he was doing.
He looked at his hair and looked out the fucking window.
But he didn't understand it. It was his Peter Tingle.
God.
He thought it was puberty.
Whatever the fuck. Shut up. Okay,
let's talk about Iron Man 3 though. Why do you like that movie?
I didn't say I liked it. But every time we talk about a movie in the MCU that you fucking shit on, it's Iron Man 3. And to me, Iron Man 3 and fucking Far From Home is damn near the same fucking movie.
Iron Man 3 is a long kiss goodnight with Iron Man suits.
You have the illusionist. This is not really the bad guy or the good guy. You have multiple fucking suits. You have a crazy amount of CGI in both movies. The main characters are both fooled because they thought this guy was somebody else. The villain was not the villain and became the villain. It's the same
crazy amount of CGI.
movie.
Did you think Spider-Man was really doing that shit?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Tom Holland just jumping around.
My main beef with Iron Man 3, bruh, is that Shane Black only knows how to make one type of movie. He really only knows how to make one type of movie. The Iron Man 3 is the last Boy Scout with suits. Black dude, white dude, buddy cop film. That's all he knows how to make. He did Lethal Weapon since we brought that up. He did the Long Kiss Goodnight. He did Lethal Weapon 2. He did Monster Squad.
No, I'm not talking about all that shit. I'm talking about
when I went into
3,
when I went into Iron Man 3, I knew I was seeing the same fucking movie with Iron Man in it. And then as far as it doing anything for the MCU, they fucked up the Mandarin. You can't dispute that.
They're fixing that.
Yeah, supposedly. We'll see. They fucked up the Mandarin. They gave Pepper these weird fire powers that never needed them again.
That's true.
All of that stuff was stupid. I don't equate Spider-Man Far From Home to that.
He said, we'll fix you. He's like, we'll fix you. We'll fix you when we get back.
All of that Killian shit and they had the opportunity to make one of the dopest films ever. And then you go in and it was like, oh, so your twist was that your whole plot is bullshit because this is what Shane Black does.
And you didn't think Mysterio was whack?
No.
That whole shit was whack.
You know he
walked into a fucking pub full of all fake and illusiony shit, like David fucking Copperfield.
That's what Mysterio does.
Oh, get the fuck out of
here. That's what he does.
It was all an illusion, just like fucking in Iron Man. All that shit, when you thought this guy over here was the bad guy, he wasn't really the bad guy. It was
a bait and switch.
That's all it is.
But you knew
fucking thing.
Okay, but the difference, there's a big difference there, a huge difference. What's the dude's name in Iron Man 3 with the rings? I can't remember his name right now.
Mandarin?
The Mandarin, yes. The Mandarin is an actual villain that's supposed to be an actual Mandarin. Mysterio
did the bait and switch. Let me jump in here. So why I don't mind it. Okay. It added character development to Tony. We saw that he's actually a person with a soul that was dealing with PTSD due to the first Avenger movie. He was having panic attacks. He was dealing with anxiety. He actually got the arc reactor out of his chest in this movie, so he was able to accomplish that. He actually was able to grow as a person and be more than just a suit. And you were able to know that behind the suit was as great as the actual suit.
He had the suit on, and he made a suit that
had the suit on.
He made a suit that didn't work, and they had him in that for the whole movie. So what was the point?
It was for him to grow as a person.
It was because Shane Black wrote a movie and was like, "How can I put Iron Man suits in this?"
Hold on a second. No, don't do that shit because
I'm telling you that's what happened.
No. Did you mind?
That's what happened.
Did you mind when the fucking Spider-Man suit in Endgame shot out of a fucking building on a rocket and caught this nigga falling out the sky? It's the same thing that happened in
Tony
Iron Man
bought
3.
it.
Exactly.
All these suits.
Tony built it.
But that's the same tech from Iron Man 3, though.
It's the same shit for Iron Man 3.
I'm not saying they didn't build off of it. I'm saying the story was stupid, and I hated what they was doing with the Mandarin. After that, the movie just
set the groundwork for future films.
I thought the Mandarin shit
was Shang-Chi coming out.
You thought the Mandarin shit was funny?
Yeah, I thought this shit was funny too.
He was drunk as fuck. He was like, "Yo, hey, bro." I'm just saying.
I would have took the paycheck and did that too.
Yo, I'm just over here just doing a movie, dog. I'm an actor. I'm just doing a movie. I got these girls in bed. Hey, man, you want to get some ass over here? I mean, I'll just walk out.
When I watch the MCU movies, that's the movie I skip every single time.
Disrespectful.
Well, you're missing.
But you watching the Thor?
I'm not missing out.
Thor 1 and 2?
No, I skipped Thor. I skipped Thor 2. I skipped the Dark World.
You can skip the first one too.
Yeah, them Thor movies ain't hard.
Them shits is trash, man.
It was Ragnarok. Ragnarok was the best Thor movie.
Facts.
Matter of fact, Ragnarok's one of the best MCU movies.
Oh, easily. You know what? I know Akil a nerd, so I don't know if you'll go with me on this one. Do you think? I think that if they didn't handle Hela, which they really didn't handle Hela, she would have gave Thanos a run. She would have gave
I feel like
Thanos
she
a
might
run.
still show up.
She was a horrible villain. I hated her as a villain.
See, I loved her as a villain.
I fucking couldn't stand her ass.
She looked kind of nice. Though.
She was
She
beating
nice.
people's ass. I think she would have gave Thanos. I think she would have gave Thanos a run.
I think the cheapness in her character is what ran me off.
Cheapness?
Just like I tell you, I thought Black Panther was cheap because it's all of a sudden nano shit. Now you got swords coming out of your fucking head and out of your wrist and shit. There's nothing smart about. There's nothing cool or smart about what they do.
I completely disagree.
I disagree.
And with her, that's fine.
She's a goddess of death, so she wasn't like a human that was doing some ill shit.
I don't care, but dude, you got small swords. Now at the end, when you're fighting this fucking tower of fire, now all of a sudden you can bring big ass swords out of the sky. Like what the fuck? I don't know, man. I can't do that. I can't.
Grab that bat, Marcus.
Yeah, play with your bat. Play with your bat.
Play with that bat.
I'm playing with my pen right now. I'm marking off Iron Man 3 and Sam on my list of shit to talk about.
So, what Iron Man 3 also brought, what's that kid's name? Harley? Who could potentially be a young Avenger in the future.
You know what I loved about his character? When he popped up in Endgame at the funeral scene, everybody in the theater was like, who the fuck is this kid? Nobody knew who he was because he's a lot older now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was just standing back there by himself, like his mama dropped him off and shit. It was like,
Probably did.
You know, I'll Uber you back home after this.
Go ahead and say goodbye to your friend Tony.
Nobody knew who he was at the funeral. Like, I remember being in the theater and somebody going, who the fuck is this kid? And everybody laughed. It broke all the tension.
How did he get an invitation, this motherfucker? Like, who the fuck?
Because Tony just knew him. Well, Happy could have told him, I think. No, Happy was in the hospital, so he didn't know that kid either.
Is there going to be... This is nothing, not for nothing. This is kind of... She was in the movie, so fuck it. Is there going to be another Captain Marvel movie?
Yes.
Probably. I'm not crazy about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You
know they're going to make another one after that movie made $1 billion.
I wanted an older actress. I wanted like a Charlize Theron playing Captain Marvel because she has like a swag about her where she's a hard ass, but she's kind of like Tony. So she's kind of female Tony Stark. And I never really got that vibe.
Charlize is done. She dressing her little black boys up as girls.
She is, but no, she's still doing those Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, she's doing the next one for sure.
She had some dreads. No, she had braids in the last movie.
I know what
that was.
I know what I want to ask you before we get up out of here. Like all the shit we've been talking about, this type of stuff turns off a very particular type of female. All of them. And that look,
dry.
Marcus stole my line. I was gonna say, and that type is all of them. I hate that you know me. Anyway, so how has
on a couple levels, nigga.
How has like being a black nerd affected you meeting women and talking to women? Like, have you ever started like you kind of sprinkle out some shit, you know, kind of throw a reference out there, and it clearly goes over the top of her head. You know what I'm saying? Is that an immediate turn off like it is for me? Like, oh, you don't even know what I'm talking about when I say, you know, I don't like sand.
Like,
you know, or some
like
shit.
Cartoons?
I don't like sand.
It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That's that episode 2 shit. I don't know about that.
He had the worst pickup line. Hey, he got laid off of that shit somehow.
He did. She was an older woman too. I was proud of him.
The women that are listening and don't know what I'm talking about Star Wars, where young Anakin Skywalker should have never got some pussy. But a dude should never tell you you're so soft and smooth, not like sand. And then you give him the draws.
That
never.
Shit works, man. That's that pretty privilege.
In the 40-year-old version, when he was at the poker table talking.
Oh yeah, he said titty was like a bag of sand. Never had a bag of sand.
Could have been touching some old titties.
But yeah, like have you ever like had a female that's like, oh, you a nerd?
Not in college, like in high school, that shit wasn't cool. But in college,
by the time you got to college, it was over.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
Well, that's like helping them with their homework. But like the chick that's in the anime was super rare back then.
How old are you?
I am 31, and like
shit. Okay, like this nigga.
Yeah, I was in college 2007.
Yeah,
through 2012.
He wasn't outside when X-Men came out. You know what I'm saying? He saw the reruns. We saw him week to week on Saturday.
Yeah, my generation, that shit, that got you the draws.
That's wild. See, we didn't grow up in it where that was
Yeah,
a
that's what
thing.
I'm saying. It's different. It's different. Like if I would talk to a girl about Dragon Ball Z or Ronin Warriors back in 1999.
Oh, you lame. You lame.
He was a lame cat,
Ugh.
right?
Lame cat. Even though Ronin Warriors was fire.
See,
Oh,
so
sure is.
Akil, you don't even fall into that category. That ain't even fair. That ain't fair at all.
My generation's more open-minded, man. Y'all niggas are homophobic and grumpy back then.
I'm not. Wait, hold on a second. I'm not.
Any type of like animated, like, oh shit, that's gay. Everything was gay back then. You can't enjoy anything. Like, oh, I'm about to go watch Dragon Ball Z. Oh no, that's gay.
I'll admit I was. I was a little bit more homophobic back then. But back then it was
like
a lot more.
They would try to call every damn thing gay. Like, damn, I can't enjoy shit.
But I mean,
like, what could I? What's not gay?
You like funnel cakes, nigga? You like funnel cakes? You like some powdered sugar on your fried bread?
Damn, nigga, you put white shit on your face.
Powdered sugar on your fried bread. When you say it like that,
nigga,
you watch cartoons, bruh?
No, but on the heels of what Sam was okay. Let's do it this way. How are you guys being gamers? Like, let's take it the anime and the most of the nerd stuff out of it. Being gamers, dealing with women you're dating.
First of all, it's hard if you date another gamer. Like if your girl's a gamer, because she's gonna be trying to steal the same games as you.
Think it? No, that's a different struggle.
It isn't. We both just have one console, and she trying to play The Sims.
Oh, y'all some broke ass gamers. That's what that is.
That's broke gamers. Yeah, that was college days. Now we all have our own consoles. We good now. But back in the day when you had to share one system.
Okay. No, but if you're dating a female that just ain't into it, it can constitute a problem real fast because they just don't get it. And it's a trigger. It's all, like the chick that hates the sound of the PlayStation beep coming on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that beep. And now they want to talk or whatever. But if it's a passion of yours, then she got to leave you alone for a bit. I remember I used to, because it was a stress reliever for me. I used to hate my job around about when me and Marcus met. When I got off of work, I needed 30, 45 minutes with God of War. I needed it. Leave me alone. Let me play my game. If I don't get this 30 minutes, we're going to argue. And it is not your fault. It's because I'm still carrying the shit from the workday. But she wasn't a gamer. So at first it was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm supposed to be your stress reliever. Well, you're kind of not. And you're not going to be if you don't let this shit happen.
It's escapism. That's what I tell my wife. I was like, it's a form of escapism. I was like, do you want me to play video games or smoke crack? I was like, take your pick, because I could be addicted to games and it ain't going to affect me, like, my health-wise.
Right.
Get my hours in and still work out and have a life instead of have, like, my vice be drugs or some shit like that.
Yeah, you could be out in them streets.
What was before World of Warcraft? You guys remember? Like
StarCraft.
StarCraft. Thank you.
StarCraft.
So there was a guy that we worked with, that big StarCraft player, right? And he was, we were 20 something, so he had to be.
Y'all niggas old, man. Y'all bringing up some old ass games.
Just relax, dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm down, whippersnapper. Learn something.
Remember when Pong was the shit? Pong was my shit, boy. Up all night hitting balls.
You ain't coming back, nigga.
At all. No, he's out of here. They one and done. Grand opening, grand closing.
Right? I'll be all right.
So there was a guy we worked with who played StarCraft, and his wife would get pissed off at him. He had to be 30 years old, and we were like 21, 22. He's like, man, my wife gets mad at me every time I play StarCraft. It's like, all I do is come to work, I go home, I take a shower, talk to the kids, we have a good time, and I get on StarCraft at night. And she gets mad about it. And I say, well, how do you work with that? Like, what do you do in order to alleviate that situation? Because she's putting pressure on you. He says, every time I tell her, at least you know where I'm at. At least you know that I could be out at a bar getting drunk. I could be at a strip club. I could be out in the streets running around and you not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. But at least when I'm in the house playing StarCraft, you know exactly where I am. And I thought like that really, like that, I'm not that guy. I mean, I go through my spurts of I'll get on Call of Duty for like 2 months and be rabid about it. And then after 2 months, and I take a trip somewhere, and I come back, I let this shit, relax a little bit.
Right.
But I do but it does resonate that all you women that are listening, I'm not saying you have to be gamers, but I'm saying that the fact that your man is playing a game and not out in the street where he could be, just have some solace in that.
Yeah. Pick your poison.
Have solace in the fact that at least he's exactly where you can see him. And I know women like for men to be exactly where they can see them. You know where he is. Yes, it might be dumb to you. It might be lame, or might be gay, or might be nerdy, or whatever to you. But at least you know exactly where your man is. Because he can easily say, you know what? I can't play games here. I can't get my piece here. I'm going to fucking go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be back whenever the fuck I'm back. Because now you can't argue the fact that I was at home and now I'm gone. Because when I was at home, you was giving me a fucking hard time. So when I leave, don't say shit to me when I fucking leave.
You could just shut the
That's
fuck
that passion right there, Marcus. I see it. That's that passion, man.
I'm trying not to do it.
That when they call him the passion?
Marcus, the passion, boy.
I'm trying to tone it down.
The passion Palmer.
I'm trying to get my blood pressure down a little bit. I'm trying to relax.
Ladies, I'm gonna give ladies a quick tip though, real quick. If your man has like a PlayStation or Xbox, download that app onto your phone, and then you can see when he logs on online. So you can just check on your phone. Like, oh, my baby playing Call of Duty.
Yo, don't do that.
You can sleep tight. No problem.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Don't track me.
Nah, what you doing? Nah, this dude, he just ratted out a whole bunch of. It's about 100,000 niggas gonna get caught up now because
it'll be all right. Nigga, put your shit on rest mode so it looks like you playing the game, but you're gone in the streets.
Hey, you give out the cheat code.
Marcus, this right here is why he ain't make it to Canada.
Yeah, man. You put that shit
they
on
was
rest
like,
mode.
hey, we's gonna leave that snitching niggas in North Carolina.
You're like, damn, this nigga playing games for 12 hours straight.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you giving up the game too much, man. Nah, yeah, ladies, y'all gotta chill out. Cause I've seen females talk about, oh yeah, my dude ain't finna be sitting around here playing a game all day.
No, you gotta relax.
I could be out here selling ass, but I'm playing video games.
He could be doing anything else, man. I know cats that like are addicted to the strip club. And they chick has a major problem with it. They're like, yo, he's always there. He might not even be tipping the chicks. He might just be sitting at the bar, but he ain't home. And he's in a place where temptation is all around him.
Yeah.
So he can either come home with glitter on his teeth, or you can let him sit there and play that game.
And strip clubs in Canada are expensive. We don't have $1 bill. We got loonies and toonies. So you gotta start at least at $5.
Loonies and toonies?
We got loonies and toonies. You got coins, so you gonna give that bitch tetanus.
Y'all be out there throwing coins at the bitches on stage?
Nah, you gotta be strategic with that shit. You gotta drop a 5, at least 1 5, and then try to work to the red room.
Wow.
Wait, 1 5 is a 5 a dollar? I mean, is a 5 paper or is a 5 a coin?
So you got $1 coin, you got $2 coins. So the loonie is $1, toonie's $2. Now the paper comes in when you get 5. So 5, 10.
So it's good.
And then
so
our
they
money's
know
like
you cheap if you got
laminated.
coins. You're cheap off top if you got coins in Canada.
Yeah, so you got to come in with at least $200 something because you have to have the bills on. You can't be dropping one.
Okay. This strip club Canada thing is fucking fascinating.
It is. I could talk about this shit for days.
Okay, no, in my head, they're not going to be better than a strip club in the South or overseas. So, like, what's different up there? Like, are they fully nude, or do you want to see my tits?
Nipple action? Got some nipples, or?
Let me not incriminate myself, but a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Yes. Tell me what you heard.
Got some action in for $50 American, because the American dollar is more than the Canadian dollar. So he went to the American dollar and he's like, look, I ain't gonna hit you with no loony and toonie. Here's 50 American. Let's go to the back.
Oh, so they got the private rooms, but they like private rooms. Allegedly.
And they're always near the airport. So if you're like near the Toronto airport, there's like 5-6 strip clubs right there by the airport.
Allegedly.
Right, so your man lives in Toronto. So when Americans can get into Canada, we're gonna go do an illegal Bacchanal pod.
Yeah, let's do one during Carabana.
You know what? That sounds like something we should do for the
That
culture.
sounds like something for the culture, and we gotta get content.
Yeah.
For the research and the research for the content. Yeah.
So we should definitely.
When is that?
The first week in August, but they canceled it this year, so it'll be
2021. We need to go up there for the culture, you know.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I'm with you. Like, I'm not even gonna take any condoms. So.
All right. And West Indian culture is so weird, man. Like
no sex happening. So it's just gonna be straight for podcast purposes only.
Absolutely.
Right, you gonna catch you a wine when you're out there? You know what catching a wine is?
Nah.
Yeah, you talking about like some Chardonnay, right?
Daddy wine?
No. Yes, that's what catching a wine is. So it's when the girl's like on the back of the truck or something like that. This is not Me Too friendly, but you just walk up behind her and you just pivot.
Mm-hmm.
You pivot.
Wait, hold on. You put the hard D on or you put the soft meat on?
You can put the soft meat on them.
Yeah, you gotta put the slump meat on them first. Let them know it's real.
You slump meat on them, and then
you put the soft meat, and then they'll look back at you, and if they approve, they'll poke it out.
Yeah. Then
they toot it up,
okay. And then that's like your permission. Like permission. I used to wear a shirt that said "permission to wine," and I'll just because it was after the Me Too movement. I wouldn't try.
Oh shit!
So I would point to my permission to wine shirt, and they'll agree. And then once they gave me permission, I put the soft meat, and we're good.
Yeah.
I know the bottom of that shirt stank.
When the soft meat turned into beef jerky, and then is it still okay?
Hey, if it could get between some cheeks and it's clapping, it's a good day.
Okay. All right. We're going to end that thing right there.
Okay.
All right.
Now, are the girls the girls in these strip clubs? I picture, like, when I think of Canadians, I think of more or less white women with an accent.
No, God, no. We're talking about Toronto, so it's women from Trinidad, Venezuela, Guyanese, Jamaican. It's like a big old bag of fun. Have you ever seen Toronto women?
We need to do this pod.
Some of the most beautiful women you'll ever see.
We need to do this pod, bro.
I'm just saying, like, as soon as we can get in, we ain't gotta wait for that thing he was talking about. We could just
No, you gotta go for Carabana. You gotta.
I mean, we go for both. Like, we can go to find out what the city looked like and where we can get the atmosphere. And understand.
Recon.
Yeah, we gotta recon it, and then we'll go back.
Fuck it, let's do a live show in Toronto.
Oh,
see,
speaking into existence.
Can you smoke weed up there?
Yes.
Sam just retired, so this is gonna be fun.
Sam, you girl.
I can't do that. I'm not doing that. I still got a government job.
Yes, we're joking. We're joking.
We're kidding.
Relax. This is all
the podcast is jokes, people.
It's all a joke. Canada doesn't exist.
But yeah, Canada, they're in charge of like the weed and alcohol, so you gotta go to like a government official, like weed distributor. And if you want to go to beer, you gotta go to a place called the beer store. You can't just go to Walmart and buy beer.
Oh, so it's like ABC store in Virginia and like
it's
California with
called
the weed.
Beer store.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. We can do that though. I mean, wherever we got, if we already there, we might as well just do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, indulge yourself.
When in Rome, that's all I got.
Once you guys are allowed back into Canada, because I think you guys are banned. No, I think America's banned.
It's just in Europe. Canada is not in Europe.
Well, if they let you in, can we be like, hey, we with him, sort of like getting in the club? Be like, hey, no, that's my man's right there. Like, we going with him.
Like, or you gonna kill? They be like, that nigga owe me money though.
I bet he gonna get across the line and play us to the left, dog.
Shit.
At the border, he gonna turn around. Like, man, I don't know them niggas, dog. Like,
I don't know them.
Sorry, speaking
with the blood clots, where Drake at?
I'm a boss spitter.
I'm a boss spitter. They gonna kick your ass right out of Canada. You a boss spitter.
Marcus gonna show up and say he light skinned, but he a dark nigga.
That's right.
Drake.
That's right. Okay, I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing
light skinned dark nigga.
All right. Look, I'm not okay. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you good, man? I'm good.
I'm good.
You're good to kill. You got something else you want to get off? Hey, look, spit out one last time. Give us your podcast and all your IG.
Yes. Bacchanal Podcast. Let me spell that out. It's BACCHANAL. It's like back anal for some of you that are into that. That's how it's
without the K.
Without the K,
The K.
without the okay of anybody's consent. That's how that.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, West Indian culture. I'm not sure if Me Too hit that shit yet because we just
Okay.
wrists.
So
Yeah, you can't do that no more.
Wrists. You can't do that shit. But during Caravana, it's like the wild fucking West.
all right.
Grabbing,
we got the BACC.
Grabbing wrists.
That's gonna be the first live
lines, but make sure you have a shirt that asks for permission, so you can point to your shirt, and if they nod, then you know you're good.
So you got to get us all them shirts.
Yeah, my wife got a Cricut. I'll be making shirts and shit.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need at least 3 of that shirt. I'm gonna stank one of them all the way up. So
what's that white stain, baby? Canada.
Man, we got a funnel cake. That's what I'm like. We with the funnel cake with the sugar, the powdered sugar.
Why is that shit all hard and crusty?
Yeah, okay.
Baby, life's hard. What's wrong?
People gonna be like, this is the nerdiest, nastiest podcast y'all have done.
Yeah.
Man.
It got nerdy and nasty for sure.
Yeah,
I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
Of course you are. Damn deviant. Hey, thank y'all so much for listening. Shout out to the Legal Opinions Podcast fan group. Shout out to the people that are clicking on the like page. Big changes coming for the YouTube, where our episodes are going to be under its own banner. It's going to be Illegal Opinions Podcast, youtube.com/Illegal Opinions Podcast. So it's going to be its own thing. You ain't got to go nowhere and look for it. You still got Sam Ridley Comedy. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to Legal Opinions. We appreciate y'all, man. We growing. Thank you, Akil, for coming through, repping Bacchanal, and definitely for repping us, man. This type of shit don't happen much. And I know, real shit. I know Akil know what I'm talking about. Podcasters get real fucking territorial.
Yep.
And I'm like, there's no reason for it at our level. Like, everybody can build. We not even doing the same exact lane necessarily. So it's dumb. And I'm glad that we could get you on. I know I was on y'all's show about a month or 2 months ago.
Yep.
When they almost tried to ruin Final Fantasy for me. Hey, his boy is the narc. He will snitch on your favorite shit.
Casey?
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, what you like? I'm gonna tell on it. Right
Dog.
now.
Fuck it all up for you.
Marcus, I was up there. I said, yeah, I haven't beat it yet. And he was like, oh, because, we're going to talk about it. And look me in the eyes in the camera. Like,
I got the ending right here, my nigga.
And then still proceeded to tell me some of the shit. Like, he was like, I ain't gonna say no spoilers, but yeah, Tifa, da-da-da. I was like, really, bro? He's like, oh, my bad.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Kyle Barker, like, I know what you're doing.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. But yeah, thank y'all for coming through, man. This was a blast. I know some of y'all is like, yeah, this shit was nerdy as fuck. But hey, we gonna get it all out. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
We got all kinds of textures, man. All kinds of textures. We all
kinds. And look, because somebody else in the same vein would be mad if we was like, man, you ever had a bitch fart on you like while you was eating it, like, and they'd have been like, oh, y'all was being nasty again.
That's how you get pink eye, though. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's why.
Wear glasses at least.
Well, I don't know if you heard
some Cyclops type shit.
We don't have to eat coochie no more, so it's cool.
With a kill, this shit keeps going longer than it should when the kill is on. So I have to just be ready.
I have ADD and it's amazing.
This nigga jumped into pink eye from eating pussy to pink eye.
He's so proud of his ADD too. I like that shit.
I love it, man. Yeah, that shit.
I love this kind of chaos. I'm an agent of chaos, so for me, this is fucking fantastic.
Like the Joker, watch this shit burn, nigga. I'm enjoying it.
Oh man, Marcus, take us home, man. We up out of here.
All right, yes, okay. One last time, Akil, please give us your socials, please, sir.
Yes, the Bacchanal, BACCHANAL podcast. We also have the Bacchanal podcast fan page. We're also on Instagram, _Bacchanal. And I appreciate this. I appreciate the growth, you know. We're not that soft meat no more. We're at like half a chub right now. It's really hard, but the growth is there.
I love it, dog.
I didn't think he'd get nasty again.
So that's where we're at right now.
And I like the fact that he doesn't even give a fuck that we're closing out. He's like, okay, we were soft.
No,
but we're back hard now.
No, we're like half a chub, and that's the growth that we, that's steady growth.
Stop.
All right. With the steady growth, I want to thank everybody for listening. This is Legal Opinions Podcast. This is the place for people that don't like podcasts. This is the podcast for people that don't like podcast. I'm sorry, I'm kind of drunk, actually.
This nigga drunk with a bat in his hand. What kind of shit?
Yes, Once again, Illegal Opinions Podcast, the place.
Try again.
Tonight we fucking and fighting. This nigga drunk with a bat.
Oh my God. Illegal Opinions Podcast, the podcast for people that do not like podcasts. Please
There you go.
Tune in. Thank you for listening. All right, now we out of here. You guys be safe. Show love. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.